All right. Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, August 3rd. We are happy to be here with you, Larry and Dee Korchin, and we come together every Monday night to have team time. And I know a lot of you guys will be signing on from around the country, but if it is one of your first calls with us, you're new to our team, or checking us out, we just want to welcome you. And this is our favorite night of the month because we are celebrating you for what you contributed to us for our all the people we were able to help. So we're not going to do a video tonight. Larry's going to do our inspiration and some pretty exciting stuff for our team.
Well, awesome. Well, let me jump in and do our inspiration. It's short tonight because we have so many people to talk to. So this one's from Mother Teresa. None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love, and together we can do something wonderful. There you go. Short and sweet from Mother Teresa.
So speaking of what we did together, Larry's going to kick us off and let you guys know as a team the impact that we were able to make last month.
All righty. Drum roll, please. So we have record volume again for this team. So again, congratulations. Again, the team continues to serve and help many people out there. So great job. We had new clients. We had 345 new clients in the month. Yay. Yeah, awesome. And new coaches. We had 22 new coaches this past month. And as far as rank ups, we had 36 rank ups this month. That's new rank ups for the month of July. So congratulations.
So yeah, so a rank up, if you're new to us, a rank up reflects the number of people that you are helping, either in terms of clients or coaches. And we are really proud because of those 36, 9 are leadership ranks, you guys. So executive director or higher. So crazy. We wish we could recognize every single person. And in fact, we had narrowed our parameters. And after this month, we're going to narrow that down again. We'll have a new guidelines. So even tonight, you guys, we are not going to be able to recognize everybody. We usually recognize new senior coaches as well as executive director or higher. Also, Meg Johnson, she and Lauren Yeomans have their own team call. Many of their rank ups will be recognized and be able to speak on their team call. But even tonight, I just want you to recognize we have a hard stop at 8. You want to go over to Dr. A's call because they are announcing a new promotion for us, okay? A new something incentive for you, so we don't want to miss it. So we're going to do a hard stop at 8. And we already know that our top leadership ranks of the global director and integrated national, we're going to celebrate them in a special way later this week. So be on the lookout for that. But I don't want to waste any more time. We're going to recognize 3 new senior coaches, which means they are new coaches for us and they're helping at least 5 people. And the first one is a new coach with Gina Manley. And I saw you on here, Candy Cosimano. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. If you will come on and just share for about 1 or 2 minutes, just share your journey, what you're enjoying about coaching and maybe what you've had to work through.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I feel even more honored to have been lucky enough to win that lottery, just selected to talk tonight. So thank you. Thank you so much. So I think for me, what really helped kickstart things for me was not only getting my very first client, but also attending the Business Momentum. I got so inspired and I learned so much that I was just totally fired up. And I started listening to some of Dan Bell's Blueprint for Success training sessions, and that helped me increase my skills. And a couple of things that I took away from him, took a lot of stuff, but people need you more than you need them. And also the second one, he encouraged me to jump on my chicken list. So that has really helped me sort of get things moving. And some of the challenges that I've actually gone through that I've been able to work through have been, number one, being able to be ready to speak out on the fly. When I meet someone somewhere, when I talk to someone and the conversation comes up and it's, you know, somewhat related to anything that we do out of all the things we help people with, just being ready and being open and not being afraid to share. And the way I was getting a little bit better at that is actually believing that I could be successful. And for me, that was a really big hurdle. I've tried a lot of different diets and programs and things, and it was always a fear for me to share with people what I was doing, because I didn't want to be judged, because I knew that at some point it wasn't going to work, and I was going to fail again. And I really have noticed so many changes for myself, that just being able to believe in myself has given me a different posture, has given me just a whole different outlook on making sure that I'm, talking about my business. And right. And then being resilient, if I don't get a yes, or if they don't show up to that meeting that we scheduled, just tell myself next, right? Like, people do things for a reason, and that reason is probably not because they want to hurt me or make me feel bad. And I just made a decision that I'm not going to own their reasons. That's for them. And then just a couple of tips, again, from Dan Bell. I would say, I'm a business owner that also does health coaching. And looking at it from that perspective removes a lot of that scariness for me. And treating it like a business, because other people will as well. And then I know this one, everyone has talked about this one. I keep hearing it from all of you wonderful people, but keep adding names to your list and don't prejudge. That's something that I have struggled with, and feel like it's something I would tell myself, 4 months ago if I could. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for letting me share.
That is some good stuff. Good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Good stuff. Candy.
Yeah, I love
you.
you're working on your mindset. You dove into, you're all in terms of integrated and learning, and that prejudgment. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Really bright. All right, let's move on to Cameron Jenner. Cameron, we were excited to see you roll up to senior coach, sponsored by his other half there, Rebecca Davis. So go ahead.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, Rebecca's been a huge influence for me and a huge support. Rebecca and Shauna and Frank have been so helpful, and you, Dee and Larry, your posts and everything have helped me out a lot. I definitely felt like in the beginning I was kind of trying to reinvent the wheel, and I was wondering what I could do with targeted advertising and sales and stuff like that. And really putting in just like the regular consistent work that my coaches were recommending me to do is what's been getting me on the right path. That and diving into the life book, that's helped me out a lot too. I've been learning how to do the things that I've always wanted to do, and how to stay on the train once I got started, because that's been my big problem, is I'll get a whole bunch of motivation, start something, and then kind of fall off. But the life book is really helping me stay on track. So I like that a lot. And yeah, it seems like since I've started focusing a little bit more on self-development with the life book, that's kind of been guiding my business. Made me think of the golden egg-laying chicken story, where if you have a golden egg-laying chicken, do you give it the best food, the best water, make sure it sleeps well, has playtime, is happy, and you should treat yourself the same way. So yeah, that's kind of how I've been approaching it, and I'm really excited about it. I'm loving it so far.
Awesome. Cameron, that's awesome. I love that example too, because again, Cameron, I love that. Thank you so much. Again, I love that example because again, if we're not growing, right, it's pretty unlikely our business isn't going to grow. So really, it is so tied together, and that's what we love about this business, right? It's all about growth, and as we push through another level of learning, our business increases. So thank you for sharing that. Great job.
Yeah. So we had several senior coaches. The last one who could be on tonight, we're excited to hear from, is Anna O'Reilly. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. She works with Lori Cole, and she worked really hard this month and to become senior coach. So really proud of you, and just want to hear that experience, because you had a great month really pushing for it.
Well, thank you, Dee. Yeah, I think it kind of pushes together both what Candy and I think Cameron both said. For me, it was Optivia Online and the Life Book, and seeing the transformational piece. Really taking the spotlight off of like the selling or the diet, or where it's not a diet at all, but it's that weight loss portion, and kind of saying, okay, what other things do we have? We have so much more to offer than a weight program. And putting that and opening my eyes, that really helped me to then focus on the sharing and the caring. And it's so much more because I can care about so much more at that point. And so my goal was I just want to help 5 people. And if that means I get it done in a month, or if I get it done in 3 months or a year, I just want to help 5 people. So that helped me take a lot of the pressure off. So they just let me be who I was and do it in my timing. The challenges that I found was I hate being on the phone. Yes, I am not a phone call person. So one of the first things I asked Lori was like, I have to actually talk to people on the phone. You know, can't I do this or can't I do this? And so she was like, no. And, but also feeling prepared enough to answer their questions or to, you know, to share as much as I could. Didn't feel quite knowledgeable enough, and just trying to say, okay, I'm going to get there and I have people to support. I have community. So, you know, the biggest things for that for me was listening and learning, you know, sitting with Lori and listening to some of her phone calls, you know, that I could just hear her and her rhythm and her cadence. And then on the Eat, Live, and Be website, you know, just scrolling through, seeing all the questions, seeing all the answers coaches were giving. That was like a quick textbook for me of a lot of the most popular questions that were asked. And then the last thing was my best tip to new coaches or coaches that are ranking up is just be uniquely you. You know, we are all so specially made, and just we're all specially gifted in the way that God's created us. So, you know, tap into that, figure out how we're special, and find what works for us in that coaching arena. So, thanks, guys.
Yeah, that is so good, Anna. I love the part about be yourself. That's, you know, a lot of times we watch these trainings and we think, well, if I could be like that person, or if I could be like my mentor, Lori, or whatever. But you're right. Learn from those individuals, gather the information, and then do it yourself. And the big thing I heard was that you stop thinking of it as just a weight loss plan, and really an optimal health and well-being. And then we can therefore serve everyone. So that is beautiful. Excited to see what happens with you.
Thanks.
All right, we are going to move on to executive directors, you guys, and work through our list. And so I want to recognize first, he came on the scene not long ago, and actually wasn't able to speak last time. But Whit Bear, I know I saw you on the call, and cannot wait for you to share your journey with our team. So go ahead and unmute yourself. And
hey, how's it going, everyone?
There he is. Hey.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, so thanks for letting me talk this time. Last time it was just as packed, so I'm excited to get to talk. The team's really doing big things, so it's exciting. With me, the mindset, the big change in mindset was realizing that the business part, the coaching part, is really just the next level of the program. And you get out of it exactly what you put into it, just like the program in itself. The more you dive into the coaching, the more you're a believer, the more you're working on all your different elements and then helping other people work through the elements. So really kind of helps you, quote unquote, master the program, better yourself, and it's just one of those things that as you continue to better yourself, people are attracted to it, want to be a part of it. As far as challenges go, I think it's easy to be timid. Most people are timid when it comes to weight loss in general, just the conversation's taboo. And so you can be nervous to reach out, and people can be nervous to reach out to you. It's more about just learning if you can be the person holding your hand out, that there's a lot of people out there that really are looking and wanting to help. So if you can muster that courage to start, you'll start to get that affirmation that there really is that clientele base out there looking for you. And it's people that you never would have expected, people that just want to lose that last 15 pounds that they've struggled with for years, or people looking to lose 250 pounds. Everyone has their own targets and their own journey. When it comes to best advice, I'd say it's just like when you're on the program, your health coach and the life book are crucial for success. Same with being a business coach. You need to know your life book. You need to get into that, and also dig into the structure and your mentors. That's what they're there for. They know the program, they've built it, and I mean, it's all built to succeed. Is the more you dive in, the more you get out of it. So that would be my advice.
Awesome. Thanks, Whit. And Whit, just for everybody's sake, how long have you been coaching and what's your weight loss so far?
I'm at 65 pounds, and I've been coaching. I think this was the end of month. It's month 3 or 4. I think it's the end of month 3. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, y'all are awesome. Frank, Shauna, Judy, y'all are all awesome. I mean, it's definitely a group effort, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. It's definitely not the end.
Great
Just the
job, Whit.
beginning.
And not only did Whit lose the weight, but he also lost about 15 years too. He's back in
Yeah.
high school. So you look great, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Glad you could be on with us. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. I want to jump over to Nanon and Tom Morrison. Nanon, if you could unmute yourself, we can't wait to hear from you guys. Very similar, just great weight loss story and just been coaching a few months.
Yeah, so I mean, everything that everybody has shared, we've learned so much just from each and every one of you. And just, you know, Lauren and Meg and Dee and Larry, and just really grabbing onto the mentors that you have and imitating them. Just like what everybody else said, not trying to start, you know, everything from scratch, because they've got it, but just being consistent. And, you know, it really has been effortless in a sense for us, because we have just done what they told us to do with posting and not oversharing, you know, and having people call. We followed every single piece of advice. When we weren't in the beginning following the advice, nothing worked. So it's so important to just, you know, lead from your heart, care about people, be there to help them, and then God just overflows with abundance. Is there anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say, just sharing what Whit had just indicated is, you know, it's a team effort. And I think the biggest thing that I've gotten over the last month is how to be coachable. It's kind of hard sometimes in being partners, you know, listening to my wife and yeah, she's right. And yeah, Lauren's right. Meg's right. And learning those things and being coachable and putting them into practice has helped tremendously. And just kind of excited, like Nanon said, it has just kind of happened. It just kind of has grown, and we're excited to see what happens next.
But also sharing that opportunity from the very beginning for people to be coaches. You know, we're sharing what the program is, we also always share the opportunity. And I think that has helped a lot. Thank you for letting us share.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, that was great. And, you know, Tom, it's kind of funny what you were saying about being coachable, right? It's a habit. It's just a habit, right? And learning these things, and you're going to get it right one day, and the next day you're going to forget, you know, it's just a habit that we have to build. So thank you for being transparent and sharing that tonight. It's really good. Thank you. Thank you, Nanon.
Yeah, love it. Well, gosh, this is awesome. Let's move on. Monica Lennon, also on Shauna and Frank's team. Monica, are you out there? Can you unmute yourself for us?
There I am.
There she is. Yeah, she went on vacation last week and she was like, I will be executive director. So
Yeah.
It was fun to see you in action.
It was, yeah, it was good. Yes. And I really owe all my success to my wonderful coaches. So they encouraged me. I mean, I didn't think in such a short time that I could gain the weight loss I've had and also the success I've had. So I'm just such a fan of the whole program and all my support and all you wonderful people. So yeah, it's been great and I'm excited. I feel like I have new hope for my future. So thank you very much. It's been very great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are excited. So for the crowd, because maybe somebody didn't get to hear you speak last month, Monica, could you just like Whit did, just share with us, when did you come on board as a client? How quickly did you come on as a coach? And what's
Yeah,
your weight loss so far?
sure. So I came on just about the second week in March, and I'm down 65 pounds as well. So I'm neck and neck with Whit. I'm hoping to lose about 25 more, and I would have never thought that I could have that kind of a goal. At one point, I thought if I could do 40, I would be doing good. So now that's been exciting because I feel like I see that is definitely within my grasp. I started out with a lot of folks in my workplace, just noticing my change. I've been there about 16 years and, pretty much looked the same for 16 years, and suddenly I looked different. And a lot of people reaching out to me. So I had a lot of family and friends and coworkers kind of getting me jump started. But Shauna and Frank have done a great job in introducing me to some new folks, and that's kind of my goal, to reach out to some people that are not so close to my heart, because I think that's how we grow, step out of your comfort zone and start to connect with people that you really have to learn from scratch to know, So that's kind of where I'm at. And yeah, I brought on like 4 new clients on my vacation, and yeah, it's been great. So yeah, I'm excited to grow my business and keep going. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're excited for you.
Thank
Real
you.
excited. So great. It'll be fun to see how you expand your, it's kind of like your immediate sphere of people, but then you'll be
Right.
amazed. You'll touch people parts of your life 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So it'll be
Right.
really
Yeah,
fun to see where
definitely.
that goes.
Yeah. Thank you so
Great.
much for the opportunity to speak.
You are very welcome. Thanks. I muted myself. All right, Mary Worthen, excited to hear you. Girl, you've been pushing for this rank and happened for you this month. So let us hear from you.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a little while, but I think some mindset shifts had to happen, and a lot of it came from all the trainings. Anytime there was a training, I was all about attending, taking notes, trying to take it in, and then just going back over. There's a lot to study those and just get into those mindsets of successful people and what's working and what happens. One thing that Dan Bell said is to create a clear vision of what you want. But wishing and wanting won't get you there, but really creating that need and seeing yourself there. Assume the role that you're there, and just stay with that conviction and project that conviction to others. And I think that's what I've been trying to do, is just stay very consistent and try to be, like Anna said, project more of who I am than trying to see what other people are putting out there and try to. In the beginning, I felt like I wasn't me, but I was trying to find all these cute things everywhere that are said, but it didn't feel like myself. So once I really let it be who I am and became more of myself, and I think that's more because I've really worked on growing myself through the life book and through books that are mentioned. I feel like I'm constantly writing down books that people talk about that they're reading and trying to choose which one to dive into next and learn from those. And so I've really felt myself grow a lot, which I think has helped me project that to others. And one thing that Dee says a lot is comparison is the stealer of joy. But I can see that. And when I see that happening, I choose to use it to motivate and drive me in the direction I want to be. So when I see some of these people that in leadership roles, I just think, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. I'm going to get there too, and just really use those kinds of, see these people being so happy for them, but see it as possible for myself as well. So
You
That's
you
it.
caught on way quicker than I did. I was so caught up in trying to be somebody else, or the comparison thing, and when you can start to reveal yourself in this process, and you see what you begin attracting, and you've been very, very coachable. I know you work closely with Carol and Kristen and Meg, and we've had the opportunity to coach together. So congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, if I can add real quick, remember, I mean, Mary, that was awesome points. Everybody, you're your own brand. Remember that you attract people to you for who you are. So use your brand. It's an amazing thing. You have great gifts. So don't forget that. So Mary, great comments. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That was a fundamental shift in our growth, was when I realized, like, you know what, I am a health coach who utilizes Optavia as my tool to connect with people and help them get healthy, and really work on that as, who am I? Because people do business with people, right? Not companies. So that's awesome.
And I'm a grouchy old guy, so I do business with people that I attract too. So, all right.
All right. Well, we're going to move on. Connie Queen, another one who has set her vision. She was clear she was going to be executive director this month. So, Connie, tell us about that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I joined 2 months ago tomorrow, actually, and with amazing leadership and all of the tools and strategies that we have. The biggest thing I think I did specific action was to ask for help, and knowing that I didn't have creative answers. And this month particularly, Zena had posted a really great thing inviting to be an client attracting magnet for Healthy for Life. And I used it. I asked her if I could use it, and she said yes. And I've had over 80 responses, and learned how to invite people and comment and post, and learned how to follow up. I really thought it was a little excessive, I must admit, in what they were suggesting that we do, and I did it anyway. And what you were talking about has been a massive boost for my confidence, because today I signed up a high school classmate that I've not seen for 50 years.
That's so fun.
That is so cool.
No, so that sphere of influence really does go wide. I didn't even really realize we were friends on Facebook. And the challenges that I've had this month was 2 of my clients quit. And then the very first coach that stepped up and said yes decided after 2 days that that's not what she wanted to do. And so I detached from love, from what was the seeming obstacle. I asked them to have what I call a completion call with me so that I could learn and grow. And it was such a beautiful, connecting experience, because it left our relationships whole rather than severed, right? And then my mindset pieces this month were, after that happened, I wanted to get busy and stop and reorganize my office. Thought I needed to read more of the life book. Thought I needed to better understand the compensation plan, all of these things that were really just distractions. And then today, the biggest one, Dee, when I got your message this morning and you asked me to speak again, I said, oh no, you can't do that, because people are not going to like you. And all I could hear in my mind was my mother telling me not to get too big for my britches. And the tool that I've used since last week with the behavioral therapist that we had on is that stop, challenge, and choose. And I said, is that true? And the truth is that my thoughts many times don't serve me and what I'm really wanting, my goals, dreams, and desires. And I told myself, this is Optavia. This is where I'm allowed to be perfectly imperfect human being, and that y'all celebrate and encourage me to be a bigger, better version of my very best self each and every day. Right? And so that stuff is not true. And keep going. Just keep moving and let go and let God, and know that all of life loves and supports me. And I will tell you that plan a day trip. Ross invited me for a day trip. He got me out of the office. It's a great opportunity to de-stress, connect, and explore my own mind, those explore calls, because it opened my eyes to what is within view that I'd never seen before, just like Optavia. So, thanks.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it was one of my most coachable moments was when I was told sometimes you need to slow down to speed up. And we can get caught up in this and get caught up in the busy, but when we don't, we need to allow ourselves to slow down, even if it's just for a little day trip like that. And that's how the mind can go to ease, and then you'll actually get into your creative space again. So thank you for sharing that, because, you know, successful people dedicate as much time to rest and recovery as they do to their all out efforts. So very, very good. We have, I want to recognize, I'm going to say their names and then watch this week, because we're going to do special features on them. 4 people who ranked up to leadership ranks. That means that there are leaders who have developed under them. And I want to make sure that they have adequate time. So you guys got to give your applause and your comments for Kristen Cotter under Meg Johnson's team. Mary Worthen is a new executive director under Kristen, so she moved up to regional director. Jordan Rosa reached fully integrated business coach, so that means she has 5 senior coaches and she meets all the other guidelines. Lori Cole was national director this month, and then last month, and then this month she had 5 senior coaches, had her 5th senior coach qualify, so she is integrated national director. And then we have to give the big brouhaha as they were trying to, striving for their 3rd month of integrated national director. Frank and Shauna Davis blew it out of the water and reached global director. So we will be doing some special interviews with them. Cannot wait about that. We are so proud of every single person on this call. We have our accountability challenge coming up. You've seen a post about that. I'm going to do a Facebook Live with some more details for you. Hop on over to Dr. A's call about the sponsoring initiative, and then be on the lookout in our Facebook group this week for the features on our new leadership coaches. So thank you guys for being here.
Great job, guys. Great month of July. Looking forward to August and this incentive that's coming up. So jump over to Dr. A. We love you. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.